welcome to your Feel Good Pilates session. Today, all you need is a water bottle and a mat for this gentle Pilates workout. Let's go ahead and get started with a warm-up. So let's begin with your legs a little bit wider than hip distance apart, toes pointing outward, pelvis is in neutral. Engage your abdominals and glutes as we begin. Hands come up and overhead, palms face forward as you inhale. Exhale, we're going to plie down. Inhale, come up. Palms come up and overhead. Really tap into your breath work during this workout, allowing enough oxygen to the muscles. Taking a moment to start out your workout with something you're grateful for today. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. From here, go ahead and bring your legs hip distance apart, feet parallel. I want you to go ahead by reaching one hand forward and cross. Same thing, opposite side, okay? Getting a little bit of this nice rotation through the mid-spine, unlocking any stiffness that you might have. Reach, reach, reach. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. From here, I want you to go ahead and reach now while you extend the opposite leg out to the side, okay? Stay connected to your core. Really zone in on your mind-body connection. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautifully done. From here, bring your heels together, toes pointing out. Engaging your inner thigh, I want you to inhale as you come down, exhale as you come up. Really activate the arms here. Make sure your spine isn't rounding or flexing forward through these moves. Shoulders come up, down, and back. Aiming for that beautiful ballerina posture. As you come up, I want you to engage your glutes as well as your inner thigh, your hip adductors. Pelvis is in neutral, like always. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Hands come to bar height. Engage your inner thighs here. Now we're going to inhale as we twist our upper body to the side. Exhale, use your abdominals to draw you back to start position. Inhale, twist to the side. Exhale, come back to start. Again, this movement is coming from the core, the mid-spine. Keep your hips nice and square. Tighten that inner thighs to help you only move your upper body. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. From here, we're going to bring your shoulders up, down, and back. And then from here, we're going to keep our abdominals engaged while we lift the hands up and overhead without rib flare. Bring them back down. So focusing on our core connection here, making sure the ribs aren't flaring. We inhale as we bring the hands up and over. Exhale, bring the hands back to start position. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. From here, we're going to plie down, open up to the side, and then you're going to lunge down towards the side, bring your legs back to setup position, and repeat. Moving at a nice steady pace that feels good to you. Making sure your shoulders are up, down, and back. Standing up nice and tall, finding length through the spine. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautifully done. From here, legs are hip distance apart. Let's tap into some shoulder mobility. So extending your hands out in front of you, turn to the side here. I want you to inhale as you protract your scapula forward. Exhale as you retract the scapula back. So kind of pretend that you had a little walnut in between your shoulder blades. I want you to try to crack the walnut, okay? As you retract your scapula back. So we inhale, reach. Exhale, come back. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Same thing, but this time we're going to bring the hands overhead by elevating the scapula up and decompressing it down. Reach, reach, reach as you inhale. Exhale, decompress the scapula down. So it's really good if your shoulders tend to have sticky points or kind of pop or get stuck. Helping to mobilize the shoulder joint will do wonders on a regular basis. For 3, 2, and 1. With the hands overhead, I want you to go ahead and roll your wrists up, down, and around. Inhale, open the chest nice and wide. Exhale, bring the hands down and around. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, I want you to go ahead and extend the hands out in front of you, keeping the palms flat. Repeat on the opposite side. Feeling this nice wrist stretch all the way through the arm. From here, I want you to go ahead and keep your palms flat once more as you point your fingertips towards the ceiling, and then you're going to point them towards the floor. Okay. Wrist stretches are so underrated because as we help to mobilize the wrists, it's all connected, everything's connected, right? So as we help to mobilize the wrists, that creates more movement in the arms, therefore can unlock tension in the neck. So if you have neck pain, try tapping into some scapula mobility exercises as well as wrist exercises too. Nicely done. Go ahead and engage your abdominals and glutes. Bring your hands out to the sides. So the only thing that should be moving is your arms here, okay? I want you to keep your body nice and still. For 3, 2, and 1. Opposite direction here. Arm circles for 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Place your hands on the front of your shoulders here. Bring them up, down, and round. Really add the breath work there. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Go ahead and bring your legs wider than hip distance apart. Bring your pelvis to that neutral position, engaging your abdominals and glutes. As you come down, I want you to extend your hands out to the sides, palms face the floor. We inhale as we rotate towards the side with our core. Exhale, come back to setup position. Inhale, rotate to the opposite side. Exhale, come back to setup position. So the movement, again, is coming from our core, our thoracic spine. These rotational exercises in Pilates can help with adding length down the spine, therefore aiding in posture correction. For 3, 2, and 1. With hands on hips, I want you to keep your hips level now as we lift the heel up off the ground, place it back into the mat. So try to refrain from your hips hiking up during this exercise. We are trying to focus on our ankle stability, okay? So refrain from snapping the heel up. Really go with control here. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Bring your legs hip distance apart, feet parallel. Hands are either on hips, out in front, or out to the sides. We're going to begin by inhaling as you roll up onto the balls of your feet. Exhaling as you press your heel into the mat. Inhale, we roll up. Exhale, come down with control, okay? So with this move, we are strengthening the calf muscle. In addition to that, strengthening the tibialis posterior muscle, which runs down the back side of the leg under the arch of the foot as well. And when we do that, we can help prevent something called plantar fasciitis. Really, really, really painful. If you've ever had it before, you know what I'm talking about. So by doing these simple exercises like we're doing right now, this can help strengthen that muscle, therefore preventing your the arch in your foot from collapsing. So another one that's simple but so underrated. For 3, 2, and 1. Stay with me. Here we go. A little challenge. Lower down and then come back up without your heel touching the mat. Okay. Calf muscle should be on fire. Stay with me. For 3. Up and down with control. 2. And 1. Nicely done. Lower down. Alrighty, from here I want you to bring your shoulders up, down, and back, opening up the postural muscles here. I want you to bring your hands behind you, clasp them, little pec release, helping prevent our shoulders from rounding forward. Hold this stretch for 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. All right, from here, interlace your fingers overhead, heels come together, engage your inner thigh. Inhale as you side bend up and over. Exhale, use your abdominals to draw you back to setup position. Inhale, you're going to side bend up and over. Exhale, use your abdominals to draw you back to setup position. So pretend you're bending up and over a barrel here, bending at the bra line. Keep those inner thighs engaged, your hip adductors for 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Hands come down to your sides. Let's go ahead and end our class with a few things. Neck stretches, and then some Pilates roll downs. So with your legs hip distance apart, knees are soft. I'm going to go ahead and keep your body still while you turn your head towards the side of the room, enough so you feel a stretch down the front of the neck. Exhale, bring your neck back to setup position. Inhale, turn your head the opposite direction now, enough you feel that stretch. Exhale, come back to setup position. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Go ahead and bring your chin towards your chest, and I want you to go ahead and roll back and forth. Keep a slight double chin here so that we can create length down the back of the neck. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, I want you to keep one hand down at your side. Place one hand on the top of your head, side of your head, and then you're going to bend your head towards the side that your hand is rested on. Then a nice stretch, helping create length through the muscles of the side of the neck, okay? For 3, 2, and 1. Release that gentle stretch. Same thing, opposite side. Hand rests gently on the side of your head, and then you're going to turn your head towards the opposite side. This stretch is called a proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. Really fancy word for just creating length through the muscles in the side of the neck. For 3, 2, and 1. Release that. Bring your shoulders up, down, and around. From here, I want you to go ahead and end our class with that Pilates roll down. So legs hip distance apart, feet parallel. Pelvis is in neutral. Extend the hands out in front of you. You inhale at the top with your abdominals and glutes engaged. Exhale, and you're going to roll down, bone by bone. Once you get to the bottom, I want the crown of the head to face the floor. Inhale, relax your neck. Exhale as we come back up. Stacking your spine and engaging your glutes at the top. Drop your shoulders from your ears. Inhale at the top. Let's end with one more. Exhale. To release your glutes as you cannot maintain that neutral pelvis anymore, and the crown of your head is going to face the floor. pause at the bottom, go ahead and shake your head yes. And then you can shake your head no, warming up the atlas and axis at the base of our occipital. Inhale at the bottom and exhale before you roll back up, engaging your glutes and stacking your spines. Nicely done. All right, that concludes our workout for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.